Welcome to this Automation Blocks for Premiere Pro tutorial where I show the tool selected clips, copy auto reframe track to transform properties. So if you have a sequence and you create a new one using auto reframe, let's create a vertical 9x16 for example. The cool thing is that Premiere Pro automatically picks a right portion of the 9x16 that fits into this frame here and tracks it also. And what it technically does is in the effect controls of the individual clips, it created this auto reframe effect. And now wouldn't it be cool if you would have the position information from where the auto reframe decided to put the clip, if you had this in the position that is now deactivated as long as you have the auto reframe effect enabled on it. What you can do is you select the clips and just run the Automation Blocks tool. It processes for a while, and please be patient because it needs to look at every single frame. Now it's done. And if you now look at what happened to these clips, it's that first the auto reframe effect now has position keyframes, which represent exactly the track from the auto reframe, the one that Premiere did for you. And then also these position keyframes have been copied over to the motion that is currently disabled, to the normal position of this layer. So what you can do now is simply delete the auto reframe effect. You can see that exactly the same area is still chosen. And now you've got your position keyframed here very easily, such that you could even adjust it. So if you say at this point I want to have another position, you can just select the position property and change its value easily. So this gives you a little bit more control about the auto reframe. It allows you to work with the position values that you're used to instead of the auto reframe effect that Premiere creates for you. Also notice that here, for example, if you compare in the second clip, the original tracking data here, there's not really much movement. Only in this area, if you take a look here at the position values created by the tracker, you can see here a little bit of movement is present. But here in this area there is no movement, and I have no idea why the tracker actually inserted this additional keyframe. But anyway, Automation Blocks is clever enough to notice that there is no movement here despite this keyframe, and it eliminates it. So this means Automation Blocks does not just copy over the keyframes from here to there, but it also gets rid of keyframes which makes no sense, to give you the minimum amount of keyframes possible and make it easy for you to adjust the motion. So this is just one of many tools included in Automation Blocks. This one is part of the community library, so it's not included in the examples that come with a tool out of the box. But if you go here to help, and don't mix it up with this one because this is the help button of the individual tool where you find the tutorial you're watching right now. Here you open the help of the entire Automation Blocks, and in the Getting Started section at Access the Community Library, you can download all tools in the community library from Dropbox, Google Drive or GitHub, and then you need to put those files in your user library, which means if you click here on Preferences, you see here where your user library is located. Usually it's inside your Documents folder or folder Automation Blocks PR library. Just copy all community library tools you want to use in this folder, restart Automation Blocks, and they will show up here in your list of available tools. So that's it for this tutorial. I'm Matthias from mamoworld, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next tutorial.